Allegations, right? And I cannot take bare-bone allegations to court. My senior brother, Demulovo, complained about the slowness of the investigation.
He's been consistent with that complaint.
Well, that is for me very disconcerting and very concerning, because their report was just bare-bone allegations, right? And I cannot take bare-bone allegations to court.
It saddens me when I see so much sycophancy creeping into our party. I see a group of people who obviously, from every indication, they believe that singing the praises of a leader is the only way they can survive. And that's why you hear some of those people even urging statements like there should be a third term. It's just nothing but sycophancy. Pure sycophancy and bootlicking of the highest order.
Around the clock.
Yes.
Nothing.
Yes.
After the election, the perspective appears to be changing to something else. And that's problematic.
That's true.
So we need to know really what the 24-hour economy should mean. We knew what it meant. What it meant was that people would work.
Yes.
That
was the narrative. Yes.
Okay.
Shift system.
Now it doesn't appear to be that. And there's a need for some interrogation. Okay. So I agree with that.
To be honest, suddenly so when the NDC won, I thought she would have quickly come back. Because look, the plain truth is that when because she's a high profile person, she would have gotten better treatment in the prisons. So for me, the moment NDC won, I was like, when this woman come down quickly, come and serve some years, maybe 3 years, and then the president will pardon her. So for all the time she kept staying there, I kept wondering, I was like, really? What's going amiss? Because your party is in office. We are not hiding it. Because her party is in office, she'll get better treatment in the prisons. Well, look, this is not everything we can say on air. But that would have been the best time to serve, so that you stay in 3 years. 3 years, when the president grants you pardon, not many people will make noise about it, because once you serve 3 years, it's okay.
Yes, men's good for Mumirini. First,
they are Muhammad Khan and men's gold.
They are all parts. Yes, all financial institutions. No present this for
including men's gold.
Yes, of course. All of them. All those.
No, are you certain about that? Because details.
I am telling you, they are all parts.
Men's gold.
Wherever they are listening to me now, I am speaking in my capacity as communications officer of the party. All of them are covered under this promise. They will all be paid back
in 1 year.
Nothing that they be a men's gold. I said, the men's gold for will be one.
Oh, many people
Ghana for Ghana for what? We are saying yes, men's gold for Mumirini. First,
they are Muhammad Khan and men's gold.
They are all parts. Yes, all financial institutions. No present this for
including men's gold.
Yes, of course. All of them. All those.
No, are you certain about that? Details.
I am telling you, they are all parts.
Men's gold.
Wherever they are listening to me now, I am speaking in my capacity as communications officer of the party. All of them are covered under this promise. They will all be paid back
in 1 year.
Nothing that they be a men's gold. I said, the men's gold for will be one.
Oh, many people
Ghana for Ghana for what? We say
something like this.
Come on. Ebi kura no o ma penye kukwado award a o de ko be man nam one pictures o de ne ko twitwa ye na ma omunya adwuma ni mugidie de omusika koto and that's atori enchemesi no omusika ahia aban o wa abadaye disaster si o manfo obre ebi mu ahwo mo ho akonfo ebi mu nya ho mogya broso dia nko na broso 70 mintua
but when men's gold near MFI any financial institution in the right sense of the word
ni nyina ye ka no we mean it liberally o mu nyina manfo sika na ka.
To find out from you that 3.8 billion loss that you mentioned, where can I find it in your financial statement for 2024?
Madam Chair,
Respectfully, you can't do that.
Record. It's important for us to, especially when.
Governor, can you please show me where I can find the 3.8 billion loss in your financial statement?
We will provide that to the committee.
No, because I have seen the 1.8 billion in your financial statement. I have seen the 1.8 billion stated in your financial statement, but I haven't seen the 3.8. So, respectfully, if you can show me exactly where the
This is 2024, so you wouldn't find it.
You said.
NDC banani pa wodi animu no kofi fasa private jet TBA now who are benuma you resign.
I'll resign because what
resign
why should I stay there and do the same thing?
NDC banani pa wodi animu no kofi fasa private jet TBA now who are benuma you resign.
I'll resign because what
resign
why should I stay there? Very resigning because the million is on principle and yet personal and yet say may time President Akufo and do the same thing.
NDC banani pa wodi animu no kofi fasa private jet TBA now who are benuma you resign.
I'll resign because what
resign
why should I stay there? Very resigning because the million is on principle and yet personal and yet say may time President Akufo and as I mean President Akufo. It's the principle. It's about protecting the public purse.
Hey, Sabrina, your education minister na oda olem kwise mo abe resign.
Oh, may resign.
Men's gold for mo beni. Say first Allah.
They Muhammad and run men's gold ka.
They are all part. You see all financial institutions, not present this for
including men's gold.
Yes, of course. All of them, all those.
No, are you certain about that? Because details.
I am telling you, they are all parts.
Men's gold.
Wherever they are listening to me now, I am speaking in my capacity as communications officer of the party. All of them are covered under this promise. They will all be paid back
in 1 year.
Nothing that they be a men's gold. I said, and the men's gold for will be BT on one.
Oh, many people
Ghana for Ghana for what? Say something like come on. Ebi kurano o ma penye kukwado award or de ko be man manam one pictures oni ko twitwa ye na ma omunya adwuma ni mugidie di omusika koto and that's atori enchemesi no musika ahia aban o wa abadaye disaster si.
There are 27 presidential staffers. All of them were publicly announced, unlike in the past. In addition to these 27, 3 people have been appointed.
A few moments later.
To mention that the previous government had about over 300 staff at the presidency. I want to know concrete figures. How many staff do we have here?
I can tell you for free
at the presidency
that the numbers here are far less. Indeed, we are required by law this quarter to present the list to Parliament. So you see, I think that the numbers are being compared, but I know for a fact that it is far less than what we inherited from the previous administration.
Where as FEO Enkwasiafua a D4 Honorable Park a D4 Enkwasiafua be brave Ghana. They told this government that they will win. They even said that they will prove to the nation that there are boys from men. Now the Bible said that prophet should not be feared. That word feared should not be regarded, should not be respected, should not be honored, should not. That prophet spoke out of flesh. dear ye benye dear with me monsamo Kwasia Gomshane, Kwasia Difone, Kwasia Diene, Kwasia Jumanwa, Modetigana Pia.
A few moments later.
Want to ask Ghanaians, please forgive Bernard L. Bernard. We don't always get it right because we are men. And I think that it's time we let you know that we are not demigods, we are not supermen, we are men of God. We have made the error of projecting ourselves beyond our capacity. But if God is able to do something with us, we should be like Paul that says that we are unprofitable men. We have only done what we were assigned to do, and God alone be the glory. To God alone.
Motimenka, is the sound coming now? Motimenka. Daniel, I feel sound ni okay. Is the sound coming now? Sound in the bar. Okay, let's go. About your sound, never see. FEB. Okay, right. Daniel, where's your crowd kutuwaje? Uti said, guys, forgive us.
So I stand here. We will not castigate. We will not malign. We are going to ask Ghanaians to forgive them, and we are asking the church to pray for him. He is one of us. We cannot desert him. You touch one, you touch all. We are wounded. We are all wounded because what he went through. We ask Honorable Park, a D4 and Kwasiafo. They told this government that they will win. They even said that they will prove to the nation that there are boys from men. Now the Bible said, that prophet should not be feared. That word feared should not be regarded, should not be respected, should not be honored, should not. That prophet spoke out of flesh. Hunam dia benye Kwasia Gomshane, Kwasia Difone, Kwasia Diene, Kwasia Jumanwa, Modetigana Pia.
A few moments later.
Want to ask Ghanaians, please forgive Bernard L. Bernard. We don't always get it right because we are men. And I think that it's time we let you know that we are not demigods. We are not supermen. We are men of God. We have made the error of projecting ourselves beyond our capacity. But if God is able to do something with us, we should be like Paul that says that we are unprofitable men. We have only done what we were assigned to do.
Men's gold for Mumini. First alarm.
They are men's gold.
They are all parts. You see, all financial institutions. No present this for
including men's gold.
Yes, of course. All of them. All those.
No, are you certain about that? Because details.
I am telling you, they are all parts.
Men's gold.
Wherever they are listening to me now, I am speaking in my capacity as communications officer of the party. All of them are covered under this promise. They will all be paid back
in 1 year.
Nothing that they be a men's gold. I said, "I men's gold for will be with one."
Oh, many people
Ghana for Ghana for what? So you say something like come on. Ebi kura no omapenye kufuado awoda ode kwa mema manam one pictures oni ko twitwa ye na ma omunya adwuma ni mugide di omusika koto and that's atori enchemesi no omusika ahia aban ya owa abadaye disaster si omanfo obre ebi mu ahyo mo ho akonfo ebi mu nya ho mojabro so dia nko na bro so se wunti mintua
ba onim say men's gold near MFI any financial institution in the right sense of the word
ni nyina ye kan
cannot even buy
nyina amanfo sika sika na
Kenke. Now, Kenke, so let's say they are selling Pepe. Mekuna you didn't know. And you, Mr. President, is telling us that we should have patience. Patience for what? Why are you failing to admit that I have failed? You've been politicizing this issue, and this is somebody's legacy. What is your legacy, Mr. President? What is your legacy?
Sincerely apologize to the minister.
You were somebody that we had high expectations of. Most of too much. When you serious. With the greatest of respect.
A few moments later.
Some of my comments were overboard and unsavory, and that I sincerely apologize to the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. I also apologize to viewers who were offended.
Lily, you want to all right, viewers, thank you very much. You've stayed with us. For the record, it's the most authoritative political show. The reason we've not been consistent with coming live is not because Sabia Yembesi Beba, but seven previous, we have a lot of things going on in our lives. It's necessary that we come and have those conversations. Hence, CFB live and mobile casano. Over the period, Yebeka Bibia. Now, Bibia Ghana for 80 home come and it's of greater importance that we come and shepherd and shape the conversation the way it must be had. Because there is too much chaff, there is too much nonsense within the political space, there's too much noise, comedy during our morning shows in here. So, for the records, we've taken it upon ourselves that baby a moment in koye, baby a margin in koye, and we will find a way to shape the conversation around those periods. And no, and then yeba ababe. And Urefifikweti clearly has said certain things. He said, "Nkrophobia, NDC abaimwa, or more EGG sikadia bribe." In fact, NDC abai said, "Ebeya MPP4 mu wiye sikano, yemfa womu enkojil." Yebeka mwasem Lily Mohammed eko kan sembi, which I just played the video. Ekufu at the time Lily Mohammed kan sem. Obi an kan chen say omra me apologize. No kra na freedom of speech was under attack. In the same vein, and John Dramani Mahama, yes, one of the media person. Lily Mohammed has made certain comments about I show speed in Wambia, yes, about Ghana. Under the person who believes in the freedom of speech, you forced no Amana Babe apologize. Yebeka a bit of commentary about it. Minim se friend a reverend or some friend a comedian or some friend insulter or said insulter Kofi Odro. The shouter Kofi Odro. The tear Kofi Odro, the degree of hypocrisy being exhibited by this man needs to be unraveled. During the Akufo-Addo time, the position is say some of us believe that no nipa, and for that matter, or can someone we trusted that he was indeed fighting for the nation. But it is only time that will expose the intentions of man. So people say, give time some time, and time will reveal the actual intentions of man. And you be this uncommon. We no free wa MPP4 akwa to aba. And ye to aba no Dr. Mahatma Bawumia Anna Ewini as the flag bearer of the new patriotic party. What does it say? Here funny drew is it Dr. Mahatma Bawumia Ewini Ejuma wo Ejuma ni ho. These are conversations that we are going to have very shortly. Yabesa dinkomo in the past 1 week ana yesha CSS and the videos be mamefa say man be our day Captain and smart. In fact, there is many and papa too ni smart. And Matthias said the entire papa too ni smart because almost an abandon smart in TS word in smart and a cajon said it confuses people. So Captain Smart Ameki and several commentaries be about my coming to the United States, which we will need to set the record straight as to the purpose, the reason not because he deserves some attention, he deserves a response, but already Proverbs 26 verse 5 will say, answer a fool according to his folly, otherwise he will be wise in his own eyes. Do not answer a fool according to his folly. Otherwise, you and him will be probably the same. In as much as we decided we were not going to mind the unsmart human being, we will find a way to answer because nipa bebre agency muhunu a work cannot edi. Cocoa farmers wamo kikem so mbeko eye strike di asem cocoa board ene won sensem yebedi sa enkomo no. Stand Dogbe and military, the arrogance of power. The arrogance of power. But before that, see a year NPP primary, sir. I have only two interests. Interest me, Anamewo. Who becomes the chairman of the NPP national? I have interest. I know the many grassroots funding you will interest. The entire interest in this Ura a year. Joe Wise, Joe Sewusu has made commentary said, "Ba kubi wo MPP national chairmanship race in wa oyinitia, or best supporting it because MPP here and the for MPP here will be our yakukudru for MPP here will be our Buama party no waya konobio. No the discipline ebeba. It is our interest no the dikai MPP national chairmanship race. Here for the records near Chita for your interest in it. Ura chairman Boache Ejako. Torino is very solid. Torino is very clear. He understands the ideals and the principles on which the formation of our family was built. Torino is our person going for the chairmanship. Boache Ejako or no other person. Any other person be a interest in tea or personal interest in tea. Person Boache Ejako Babe, chairman of the MPP. Yano nyina di besieni. Party na aye somebody aye tuamuda na mo interest nti mo open microphone be ma mo kwan mo ba betra fly party headquarters one more din sem hunu for yourselves, which does not inure to the benefit of the new patriotic party. Aye interest in say Boache Ejako is somebody we will support any day anytime. We are no free wa. Ashanti region is the heartbeat of our party. For that matter, whoever becomes the leader of Ashanti region, we, the people of For the Records and the grassroots base of the party, we are very interested. So over the period, the party national chairman went to Mensah for the past 12 years as the chairman. Now, when it comes to the regional chairman of Ashanti region, we do have interest. And your interest, you will interest. Papa, your friend or a chairman or dinner ho kwaku apia. Meaning say you can cook most often than not, people begin to say, so there's another guy called Coca. And also a year 1, 2, 3 now ODD Canada Japan. Yes, I cook and the can there is Coca or no air chairman or dinner who kwapia. The Munyam for Bema was some party, no. We believe so. Babi did the regional chairman of the Ashanti regional, a Bebuama party, Neni Munyam Asaba. So for these two people, we've shown our hands, we will go support them. Not because of any personal interest. But we believe clearly he can support and he can build the party again. Sebaya Jumfoma no be party ne assembly. Sebaya eye omo Alaba ne Mosinzongo ombesa pe party na assembly. So our interest for Ashanti region and the national chairman is Boachie Jakon and Coca. Period. Wa woni ya nyaadwene edruwa ye bechere. Ye ntiade ye nyaadwene edruwa bechere. Ye nyina ye bechere ya adwene. Now, you move away na yene Kofi Oduro eni nkomo. Me say I don't know whether to call him reverend. I don't know whether to call him prophet. I don't know whether to call him insulter. I don't know whether to call him shouter. I don't know whether to call him Tie Kofi Oduro. But yente Kofi Oduro.
God alone be the glory. To God alone. So I stand here. We will not castigate. We will not malign. We as a FEB a D4 Honorable Park a D4 they told this government that they will win. They even said that they will prove to the nation that there are boys from men. Now the Bible said onyame onkasa nchire obi no people akode na adwene kasa na nkomhye na memua. That prophet should not be feared. That word feared should not be regarded, should not be respected, should not be honored, should not. That prophet spoke out of flesh. Kunam dia ye benye dia untimi mansemo kwasi ankomshane kwasi adifone kwasi adiyene kwasi adwuma no a mode tigana han pia.
A few moments later,
want to ask Ghanaians, please forgive Bernard L. Bernard. We don't always get it right because we are men. And I think that it's time we let you know that we are not demigods. We are not supermen. We are men of God. We have made the error of projecting ourselves beyond our capacity. But if God is able to do something with us, we should be like Paul that says that we are unprofitable men. We have only done what we were assigned to do, and God alone be the glory. To God alone. So I stand here. We will not castigate. We will not malign. We are going to ask Ghanaians to forgive them, and we are asking the church to pray for him. He is one of us. We cannot desert him. You touch one, you touch all. We are wounded. We are all wounded.
Okay. You touch one.
I can
you
go
touch
through.
one.
I can prophesy.
Kofi. Listen, let's be very clear. I think the hypocrisy in our Ghanaian society. So because El Bernard, a professor, yes, John Dramani Mahama be winning 2024 election. And no, or succeed, you know. If you touch one, you've touched all. Nemono, your friend say, software or Okumasi, your friend simple. Kusi Boateng professor my MPP. Say MPP be winning, MPP and winning. It's you know the omoye enkwasiafo asofo enkwasiafo edifo. You see the hypocrisy of Kofi Oduro. It is high time so Kofi Oduro will be unraveled. He needs to be shown for what he is. You see, Kofi Oduro ye Julius Debra Enua. Tienye. Oshasi anu okeke mu tie no diura eye politics mu ni ade nyina no. Some of us told you guys that our personal interest, nothing short of personal interest, say ni nua no mbe wini na eno no wanyenya nya ho contract ni ade. Not because he actually believes that Akufo-Addo aban ni nyana Jomama was the alternative. Eti Kofi Oduro ni interest nyina ne say Julius Debra wo ye chief of staff eye Kofi Oduro ni nua. Now we make a Julius Debra, my former boss, chief of staff. Yes, ye miano papa. Minim boni awaye. Minim boni awaye ntia ye miano ni ade. It's why we are first no yes was so touch na nko de call ni ade na all of a sudden adwom foi. Yes, Ewura John Mahama ni interest has shifted. Every Julius Debra succeeding him call at force ne ho nkro ne ba ne anti e say health work ne ade nyina wajayo na se sa na tie dia Julius Debra already 48 laws of power was it do not outshine your master. So I think at some point you were becoming too domineering within the space, na overshadow John Mahama and no be share bufu ma ebi awaye de woye no. But yamra back to Kofi Oduro. Kofi Oduro is a hypocrite. Kofi Oduro onya sofo. Kofi Oduro nya nokorefo. Kofi Oduro interest eye ade ba akope. Ade no person wey nyina ye change of government because Julius Debra is the brother. That I know for a fact. It Kofi Oduro ni bibi papa bia boy wo eye national discourse mu. The work can be any personal interest. There is nothing wrong. Ye nyina wa ha wo bia wo personal interest. And not in any question, Oko hide behind the pulpit, pretending to be discussing national issues devoid of interest. Over the period, I have always, from the days of Happy FM to XYZ to Angel, I have always said that I am NPP. I will be NPP. Nothing will change and nothing has changed, except that whether a NPP or a NDCU. When I need to speak truth to power, I will look in your face and say it as it is, without fear, without favor. And they almost said to me, "You know, no more cancer." Seka de chia kebie tia na Dr. Mamadou. It's okay. Say me catch Dr. Mamadou ba omiano. Mojitu mudia. It means the same honesty, the same degree of honesty. Na me dey can be etia eye Jomama aban. So the American and running it does not negate the American in it. My junior ne toda na said the old pretty. But let's keep on. So Kofi Oduro clearly is a concern issue, as said by a year Breville. Kofi Oduro enkanokure. Kofi Oduro nye nyame nipa. Nyame bia mfreno. Nyame mfreno. Ye nyina ye discuss a year national issues. Kofi Oduro clearly is discussing national issues. When your politics obeye and wako hide behind the pulpit and walk kem netie. Yes, Muntie, but or a politician, period. Muntie no, but or a politician. It is the lens of Kofi Oduro no. Yensha CM paper say, and we are software work national issues. And I know na a kusibuating come shame was why yankwasiafo asofo. And a El Bernard, because El Bernard a professor said your mama be winning into us or ye one of us. So Kofi Oduro, the hypocrisy is just too much. I think you need to just come clean. Let the people know. Me NDC ni Julius Debra me wo interest. Eti ebasi ye kan national issues wa. Me de meka akire se me pe NDC. Kana sa ni anyina obi a honto no. Ene just ma kwotete ana asore no achi na me ye sofo na me discuss national issues. And so discuss national issues nyina na etro sitam. So ye fa Kofi Oduro to. Now, me catch them say clearly, aban we nya na adwene so obe fight corruption. The same chrono noir a course over John Mahama #1 no. It's the same chrono that is going on, except that because of the goodwill of the people, when I say it, the people do not even understand what I'm saying. Me kasa womunte. Nemom yesese bomochichie free insure se me catch se odenchema wuwa. Yenye na chinye. Now, se me na me kana muntia. Yentie ura fifi kweti intino.
And Attorney General, I'm sure the pressure is mounting.
we at the level of the party are picking the signals. And the signals we are picking is this: that many among us, in spite of the Father, please, and the pressure coming from the public that the things have to be done properly, punishment must be exacted, and things have to be done. Some among us are busy trying to cut deals with people who are supposed to be prosecuted. Some among us are trying to cut deals. Some are becoming conduits through whom pressure is being brought to bear on people who are supposed to do what is right. I'm not mentioning names. A time may come where we may have to. A word to the wise. Some know themselves. Those who are. We are hearing your names. Think again. Because this victory was achieved largely because the people of Ghana wanted the right things done. Not for deals to be cut. For them to say, okay, now that we are on the other side, we cut deals so that tomorrow you also can get a deal cut. No, it won't happen.
When you America, NDC abai. We free the General Secretary of the NDC, which is Fifi Kwete. Fifi Kwete say, na bemu for no wa pick a signal. And this is not anybody at all, no mean a person. Fifi Kwete is the General Secretary of the NDC. Baby I want no. And someone what here, the intelligent intel or pick here. I am much more than minimum bet me apeke. So if Fifi Kwete should come to us and tell us who are picking intel, say NDC for no be Sabre wamo kati deals with MPP for no be. Say be ya you believe you omo off the hook. Please, you should know that NDC is a bunch of criminals who have come in to plunge out. There is nothing new. And the Ghanaian people are going to understand why I always tell you, say, Bibi anyhow. Ekufuado na iya niyama bi kenofori atra ya wadwane na iya niyama bi. Amen NDC ho ya akono. But over time, uma amia wuna so wada ye nyina ebehu. So it is Fifi Kwete saying that NDC for the MPP for kati deal. Say be ya ye believe of the hook and wa peke sa internal. We nyame na American waka say yentie Fifi Kwete bio yentie no.
And Attorney General, I'm sure the pressure is mounting. We at the level of the party are picking the signals. And the signals we are picking is this: that many among us, of the Father, please, and the pressure coming from the public that the things have to be done properly, punishment must be exacted, and things have to be done. Some among us are busy trying to cut deals with people who are supposed to be prosecuted. Some among us are trying to cut deals. Some are becoming conduits through whom pressure is being brought to bear on people who are supposed to do what is right.
Okay, Fifi Kwete erase. So far, one year when say NDC abai ne bebre omu omo kati deals. Is that why prosecution is not going on? Is that the case? The entire prosecution enkosono. If some more kati deals are now, Ghana must know. The Ghanaian people must know. And this is coming from the General Secretary of the NDC. Now, young Kwani who say abai no e woman so a scam abai makachire mu yenti.
There are 27 presidential staffers. All of them were publicly announced, unlike in the past. In addition to these 27, 3 people have been appointed.
A few moments later.
To mention that the previous government had about over 300 staff at the presidency. I want to know concrete figures. How many staff do we have here?
I can tell you for free
at the presidency
that the numbers here are far less. Indeed, we are required by law this quarter to present the list to Parliament. So you will see. I think that the numbers are being compared, but I know for a fact that it is far less than what we inherited from the previous administration.
Far less than what we inherited. When it came back, because 26 presidential staffers. Another question in the same vein. We can ne den ne de he. Ne de pa e wo mu pa ene de he. Sanya aban ne ya tro abanya. Was it 26 presidential staffers? Yaba yese bebusa say currently no what presidential staffers na ya adwuma I can tell you is far less. But catch them, the people are liars, they are scammers, and it is only a matter of time. Then you people will see through the lens. Na mo de me bo be breme. Because Akufo-Addo by South Miami party, when I started talking, the same people, Master Jawa, but with time they saw that some of the things that I spoke about clearly is what led to our humiliating defeat at the long run. And they may cut here John Mahama by not because me MPP, but because clearly when you pierce the veil of corruption, when you pierce the veil of a theatrics in a comedy noir, behind that veil of yeshe military uniform, concert, say ni ade no. Enye bibi fufuro bia. Scammers in government. So yentoa so. Now ye okroma say ana John Dramani Mahama abanye di kamba ye. John number 1, 2013 to 2016. Ye to aba 2017 wako ye. Now owura bi the Standogbe. Standogbe was a presidential staffer then, and they were a deputy chief of staff. Standogbe became so powerful, say, even journalists for no money, no more recorders at most of the things are leading to the defeat after so much Kwasibocho report. Eka say one of the people the actions and inactions contributed immensely to the humiliating defeat, which at that time had never been seen in 2016, was Standogbe. If it's Standogbe na oyije, na omunipa, na Standogbe ne the 3 wise men, mokai the 3 wise men, which is Abansumani Babin, and 2 other people. Yes, na Standogbe magabakura. Yati kroma say na the same Standogbe, and John Mahama acquire repackaging. And wamaba na Ghana for ede Akufo-Addo ne kenofuriata ne ba omia ho ahinti. Aja yese ode would fan once na ho abufu a wobere ukuro. Yasa akofa John Mahama dade yi a wo ba no so no. The same Standogbe no oji media for recording to twene. No yesi. Now the arrogance of power has moved. Not even after 2 years or 3 years. Just after 1 year in government, Ora Standogbe ne John Mahama call a year program. Now, omoko program military guy ejina ho a wo ye na juma. Military guy a o ye na juma. Me won say minua what's send me a year reportage be. I'll come there. I'll read it. Now, military guy ye na juma. Standogbe drew wa. Standogbe feels so powerful. Say, and then we don't have no respect, no regard for people in uniform. Obetimi aba America. Now so oye politician. Na oye wajuma. Military person so ye na juma. And Standogbe can get the courage. Look at a picture now. The video in the say military guy no ye na juma. Wotimi so ni mo to na twene baby. So for a moment, people were commenting, so, a military guy, no, it's Standogbe na so. So the question was whether or not Otiana na suntina oyi ne tochene ye ana. So we delve deeper to see what clearly happened. Yansha video quickly. Yansha video. Okay, hold on with this one. Okay. Eti, usha video we ya. John Mahama, and all of a sudden, I don't know where the craze for a year has a military uniform. And yet, we voted for a civilian government. We did not vote for a military leader. The concert, the theatrics, the gymnastics, you know, a dozen do. A dozen. Ghana for concert na John Mahama, you know, a dozen do. But he understands the psyche of the people. Even J.J. Rawlings, who was a military leader, when he was elected as a civilian leader, or in a military uniform, as a symbol of saying we are not ready for military dictatorship. All of a sudden, Yatu Obama John Mahama, and because he understands some per concert in theatrics, a civilian government who has been voted into power continuously showcase military uniform. Now, who is military uniform? That means Okondo see a military dictator, right? It is Ochina. It's a military dictator. Here. And ya would your mama won't call a year 7 previous training via John Mahama won't call training via. It is a year fair. So we military uniform when you were a civilian government there. And we are encouraging our brothers in the military say aye years or money ma elko aye nyadua ho aye years stand up betimi pia womo. So John Mahama believes a military leader here. We need a proper military leader, not a concert. I don't know. Yatu Obama as a civilian government, although we say you are the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces for the purposes of controlling the armed forces. Now the same way Yatu Obama, your concert and even when no military uniform, no another military uniform. Say a military uniform, you are not military leader. Military for no Samosha, John Mahama, I think he believes that said Burkina Faso guy ne Burkina no ne kondo dia Mahama unko training when you military person. It is the best way they say you ever find a way to get a military leader to lead us. And yes, our concert in the door soon do. So John Mahama Gini say you're military and not a civilian leader. When the country has a history of coup upon coup, if we have forgotten ourselves as a nation to the point that a civilian leader continuously portrays himself as a military dictator, then as a people, we must all come together and say that we need a military dictator. Onyai concert, no? Onyai Idi Amin posture, no? We are tired. But the way Bri Manfon and Isosebeya Manfon will not discuss the pertinent issues. Concert in the dorsum. Your mama concert, no? A dorsum. Now the honeymoon is over. You need to get to business and work. Now there is no way a military person jina a year baby year juma. Na politician be betimi anya akukutro. Say opia a year military person it video no very clearly. We have video no stand up by a military guy na a piano. And then say, oh, now stand up by Otiana na so. So we needed to take a closer look at the video again. So you show video from this. The degree of arrogance is such that he went further. How could we get Standobe to do this thing and get away with it? Or in the name of I've apologized. And yes, so piano baku. Military guy ni jina wa warrior de juma. And the guy was so disciplined, say, one so. The guy was so disciplined, say, one reacted. He continuously to do his work diligently. But Standobe kept on abusing the military leader. All because deputy chief of staff and a handler of John Dramani Mahama. It would be military, a person in uniform. Now, the only reason a person in uniform is because of one thing. Over the period, your military and your police had a concert. Instead, say you better find a recruitment process, Papa. Bema a young Crawford apply to the military, police, any security agencies. Over time, we've made it a tool under the term of the political class. It is so be a military person, so be a police new, or be a you. It needs to be a recommendation of the political class and continuously MPP, NDC, Obia Fan and Krofogum. So the respect that came with the uniform is no more there. That is how come Standobe, our deputy chief of staff and a handler of John Dramani Mahama, can continuously abuse a person in uniform the way he's done. Say ye na Standobe. Owo buo Emma eye. The people in uniform, there is no way he would have treated the military person the way he did. Look at this. And yes, a guy now offending no guy in Juma. And there were other people who were standing even much more closer to baby and that guy no one than. But he was abusing the military guy. The arrogance of power. The same Standobe na a J. Media for recorders, bubu any camera, ebubu in John Dramani #1 on sign, a packaging over time, you have mohuno. So, Sene Wagini say Bibia Sisan, Bibia and Sisan. Samuel Oku Jeto Ablakwa Kachere, ye said, your mama amemu say Obifa private jetia, or no Oku Jeto Ablakwa will resign. Yes, hey, Oku, silent here, or say, he will resign. Okay, so Oba resign yentie Okujeto Ablakwa. Yentie Okujeto Ablakwa.
NDC banna nipa wodi animu no kofi fasa private jet bia na wo wa ban numa you resign.
I'll resign because what
will resign?
What may resign? Why should I stay there? May resign because the mayor is on principle and yet personal and yet say bia me time President Akufo-Addo and as I mean President Akufo-Addo. It's the principle. It's about protecting the public purse.
Hey, Sabrina, your education minister now. Oda may
resign.
A few minutes later, you know, your mama, flight you wadauma, one of them war. We any presidential flight in what? Yeah, remember boss, my former boss Julius Debra said in the my boko. Yeah, ade. Your mama ko asumu ye pa ansu. He's devoted his life to it. John. Flight way your presidential flight and Wadaroma Ghana flight way one dia. I know say the same QNet abino on my catchero when a flight and it will be the chair CFN 2 quite fine. But how much is it costing the taxpayers' money to make sure that's our flight way? Now because Obeba catcher you. I thought you would come and tell us, and now by this time you would have resigned. But clearly unprincipled character, clearly QNet abai ultraman fonetro. Just a matter of time. The people will see through the lens. And no problem. Meaning it's just a matter of time. The people will see through the lens. Now, yen free ho na yenko enkoshadie. MPP 4 koto aba. 2 days ago. Now, you're two abani you know. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia is the winner of the MPP flag bearership race. So, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, a big congratulations to you and your team. You've done very well. You're 2 years also no. There's been concession speeches. Yentie Ura Kennedy, in fact, Yentie Brian. Should I go Brian? Okay, Yentie Brian Champon.
His Excellency, the former President of the Republic, Anadudankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, the former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahamadou Bawumia, Chairman of the party, respected patriots, I congratulate my senior brother and patriot, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, on his victory and wish him every success as he leads our party forward. I called him earlier this evening to let him know he has my full support. Most importantly, I thank God for his grace, guidance, and protection throughout this journey. I am deeply grateful for how far he has brought us. The past 4 months has been very heavy, but incredibly rewarding to all of us, especially the MPP. Whilst tonight's outcome is not what I had hoped for, I accept the results with humility, and my resolve remains strong. My heartfelt thanks goes to Ghanaians who opens their doors and hearts to us, to every delegate who believed in this vision and walked the journey with me, to my campaign team, my coordinators, communicators, and thousands of volunteers who gave their time, energy, and belief. I am equally grateful to my family for their patience and prayers, and to the former President, His Excellency John Ejekum Kufuor, and His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo for their wisdom and guidance. To my fellow aspirants for a spirited contest.
Ukrudu. The former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the flag bearer elect Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, all the aspirants present, party chairman, general secretary, minority leader, chairman, the Council of Elders, and MPP party. I stand before you to pledge my support, also to accept the results declared by EC. The delegates have spoken, and I want to plead with my supporters that they should stay calm and respect the results and help all of us to work together to win 2029 or 2028 election. I want to advise my supporters. First, I want to thank you, but I advise that in election, you can win and you can lose. So if you lose, you have to accept it in good faith. So let's all of us throw our support to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the flag bearer.
Okay, so Honorable Kennedy Akompreko Japan, I'm a concession speech. Owura Kwabeneje Japan, a fantastic gentleman and a father of mine, in whom I am well pleased, also gave a concession speech, as well as Dr. Aye Educhum, and also Emma concession speech. So clearly, MPP, we are done with the race. BBS Siwo Ebusuemua, a man for ye pre, and in the course of year preno, and Moons and some a bit acrimonious, the way I did here, water, of course, it's a human endeavor. One would have expected that would have been measured. We went too much extreme. Some of us, the pronouncement were just too much for anybody to bear. Now, Owura Kennedy Akompreko Japan, me no bedin komo kakra. Then we are Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, congratulations to you. But let us not so deceive ourselves that you've won. So no. And we are they have seen some video here. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia is acknowledging that indeed there are deep cracks within the party, for which he needs to take immediate steps to reconcile the party. For me, it's a step in the right direction. Now, Owura Kennedy Akompreko Japan, you are the man of the people. No two ways about it. Nobody, unless people will sit down and deceive themselves. Ejomfo ma no maami ke ene ne nkrofo. Almost because my work team legal wives of Wasem. Ejomfo ma ne pe Wasem pa. Magazine for me ma ne pe Wasem pa. Because the way you come across as somebody fearless, bold, you inspire hope. All through our human history, the people who succeed within the political scope, political landscape, are not people who build bridges, are not people who build hospitals, are not people who build, because about bridges and hospitals are civilians who are engineers, civil engineers will do it. Other things are a medical field that there will be doctors to do that. Teaching that there will be teachers to do that if it's about shaping of the society. So the core business of politics is more or less acting like the heart of the body, the heart of the society. The Jumane said it keeps all the other organs in check by pumping blood, by giving them hope. The very moment Akumane be free, ebe fail to work, the whole system will shut down. So the most business, the basic line of politics, inspiring hope in the people. So during the Second World War, Winston Churchill is remembered not because of how many ammunitions are Omiya Toye, but he is remembered because of how he inspired hope in the people to be able to resist Adolf Hitler. So if we will remember Mahatma Gandhi, we are remembering Mahatma Gandhi not because of roads or India, not because of hospitals or seen in India, but the words that he spoke, which inspired hope in the next generation. See, Nelson Mandela because of, so Nelson Mandela once said, then we quote Nelson Mandela. Maybe Julius Caesar once said, then we quote Julius Caesar. Machiavellian once said, then we quote Machiavellian. So the business of politics, the core business function, the core object of politics is inspiring hope in the people. So Kennedy Akompre Japan, the way you speak, the way you come across, you inspire hope naturally in the people, courageous, bold, assertive in your ways, whether it's good or bad. The people love that because when they look at you, they can see hope. They can see tomorrow from today. But Omampeni Kufuor yam a mentor can sembi chireme. Because when I was doing this fix the country, menisu blah 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 blah. I mean, I'm doing quite. Omampeni Kufuor frame and say radicalism is good because without radicalism, nothing changes in the society. So society no omu abenya nkrophobia, slave trade akoswa ni enye obi tse Malcolm X, enye obi tse Martin Luther King. Those are radical people who clearly knows what they are doing and they shape society with time. It is radicalism no omampeni Kufuor asem ni o. And sa nkomo no na me ne wo owura Kennedy Akompreko Japan AD. So when iso nyashe, these were his words. Or say when iso nyashe we ya akola na when iso nyashe bibi ha wadwene. Edientia because akola de wo de ni si ha, wo de nsa beka we, no de nsa ka we, no de nsa ka we, no de nsa ka we. The reason ti akola ne yesa is because of curiosity. Na adwene no epeso ohunu nyoma bibiri. So owura Kennedy Japan, when you came onto the political scene, the way you carried yourself, it was normal to make those mistakes in the interim, in the initial stage of your political phase. It was normal for you to make those mistakes because of the energy you carry within. It was normal for you to be vociferous because of the energy you carry within, because of the confidence level you carry within. But me young Koko also said, I can't say which edamitirechi. Or said the only line between arrogance and courage is respect. Tienye. Or say the only line that exists between arrogance and courage is respect. So yes, you can be courageous, you can be bold, you can be assertive, but you still need to respect the people. It's me by in my solitude moment, when I'm having conversations with myself, I ask myself several questions. How can I serve the people that I intend to serve in all humility, devoid of the kind of ego I have? How can I serve them? It's a new drew. So we are kolanu when there is a problem. But we need to do baby na ni so ni wo mu bebre nso a, then there is a problem. Why? Because so when you do baby, you become very much aware of your surroundings. You know that any may be what SMK. No abusa ho question. Na man kasa nioma we kura die ne besie. Abusa ho sa question no. Okay, me ka SMK die. Na emo no sa man ka die ne besie. Me ka die de beba no okay, what good is the truth if it does not bring peace in the society? It's in Drew baby and SMK strategy, you know. The people love you, the people understand you. But unfortunately, and I'm going to be honest with you, so you called me, I came to your home, many would be in Como. Satam Oyero, I believe so, but me a leader of the party. But as a male Afrifa Mensah joining will camp, I will be very sure that when I am there. Because I knew that you needed to be put a little bit in check, because I thought that in some way I'll go overboard kakra. Moving forward, let us all use this as a means of advising ourselves. Say, be now when it's wash, there's nothing wrong. If you are radical, there's nothing wrong. You must be radical. But in the course of being radical, you need to be a bit measured. And so many people are Dr. Muhammad Baumia, and I'm a party. When I sit down today and I watch them, I probably believe that it could have been said in a much more better way. So me breko menimuno ameko menimuno na me dwene kwan ya mefa so a metimi akasa aka nokre no ewa abra. The effect, I will achieve the same results, but the effect will be very minimal. The last part of your campaign, when you went full ballistic on Dr. Muhammad Baumia, I believe it was one of the cause of your downfall. And it was the cause of your downfall. It was not necessary. If you let anybody deceive you that Donald Trump did those things in America and won election, for that matter, you can also do the same thing and win election. Our society, our psyche, two different things. The society, anybody who is seen to be being bullied clearly will be around him and come and protect him. So society, Madaroma. Now, Yamra Dr. Muhammad Baumia, so Doc, with the greatest of respect, you winning the election does not automatically transcend into victory in 2028. That would be a deception of a grandiose. If you ever deceive ourselves that there is no cracks beneath the celebration, beneath the victory, beneath the speeches, beneath the well-packaged headlines, if there is one party which is not divided, then we are lying to ourselves. The party is deeply structurally, everything emotionally, it is divided. Dr. Muhammad Baumia, party divided. You got 56 point something. The margin of vote Canadian Japan clearly are people who are not in support of your bid. Yes, elections, you won't get everybody to support you. Now, the reason here, most of the people ain't mean support because of Bibi. Dr. Muhammad Baumia, it is believed that TNO, and I'm telling you truth, anybody who surrounds you and won't tell you the truth, I don't care. I will speak truth to you, Dr. Muhammad Baumia, in a much more respectful way. I will speak truth. Doc, before the elections, I wanted to comment on it, but I did not comment on it for one reason. The reason I did not comment on it was because I didn't want to be seen as somebody who was shaping how the delegates should vote. But I believe, Sammy, I could have called you behind the scenes for this video to be discussed, but it is in the public domain, and we must address this in the public, draw the attention of the masses to, that this cannot be.
I'm sure, sir, Obi, and Baumia winning 2024, maybe he would have made some appointments that he would have regretted. I think so.
based on
some of the dynamics of this campaign. Yeah,
just phobia na many would have thought so.
Yeah. And on also not many. On also thought.
Say
yes. Tuning didn't come out sometimes in the silence of his heart. He thinks that Nina Wunyamensem.
Because he didn't expect some people to.
I think so.
Did he feel betrayed in a way by some people?
So your words, I want to go with it. He feels betrayed in a way, but he's come to accept that that's politics. Because and Kanyasa maybe straight from 2024. In 2028, I'm convinced when elected as president of the republic, he will make a great president.
Samuel, my main cousin Binchro. You see, Asama Okatakyie, it is unfortunate it's coming from somebody like you. Sir, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is pained. Sir, encrophobia no susu say, ankomo nafa, and then sancrophono, blah 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 blah, and saying we need straighter, and KB as ancrophono. He would have made certain appointment that he would have regretted because Rebecca said, Wingosha. Does that presupposes that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia say, Obi an campaigni amanua, and also Obi campaigni tianua. Say, ni pan all man appointments and idea. Mentia says, I mean, and this cannot be the approach to making sure the party, and you see, the same behavior, the same attitude is what Akufo-Addo used to destroy the party till now. So Samuel Okuweka said, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia said, we need straighter. And Koweka said, Ngofo, and he would have regretted those appointments because Ngofo, maybe he believed they were on his side, but they've dejected him. Must appointment be given to those who are believed to be Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia surrogates in Kwana? Kachireme, there was something I say. Same. Kachireme na minti ase. See, at two berry. Now say Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and Ngofo campaign tianwa. Is that saying, because only Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and Nam, and when you make such public pronouncement, what you are telling the other people that Muhammad surrounded Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia hono, you are the only people going to enjoy in the event that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is given the power. And that is not a good way to go as a party. That is not a good way to go. So I mean, the choice of words, and you are my brother, I'm going to tell you the truth straight in the face. These are wrong. Nana Safo Kantanka Watiwi Amwasi, the entire one campaign ma Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is because he believes that Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, they are the same people who move free a year. Akufo-Addo pension 16 years. That's your wabemu, your party, that's for the same faces. Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, if anyone around you is telling you that the party is solidly behind you, then that person is deceiving you. Tienye, wadaruma. Nkrofo bebre interest no ma hijack you. Many of our people do not feel a part of the party anymore because of the way a boss or former boss behave here. Even if the people now, they are the grassroots people. So Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia a campaign party. Now, because I am not in and around Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, so I will not be appointed. Why do you think the energy within me will be that I'll campaign for the party? So, Samuel, you were wrong. Catcher Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia said those things cannot be tolerated anymore. You don't appoint people simply because they are surrogates. They are the fanatics of the leader. Akufo-Addo baye the same thing and woye. And in the party, struggle. So if the words of you is to pre-suggest that, campaign here, of course, I know say we are calling for unity. And so those people must be sent out of the party. Critical example of such person is a year Usumempa. Ono die yen chire the exit no onko ne fonka onko ne NDC onko ne adwuma. Usumempa cannot be tolerated onye MPP ni one na na kunadu ni JJ Rollins ne start here no manantia yi ni friend NDC no ba be share ha no di nsem no. For that guy there can never be any unity that includes him. But at the same time, Samia Oku and his cohort, you cannot hijack Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Dr. Baobia, with the greatest of respect, you need to cause a great reshuffle around the table you sit. You need to invite people to the table, not because they feed your ego. You need to invite people to the table because those people, those who are against you, you must invite them. Real change. It's not just shuffling. We kwasha. See, a person party need to be winning power there. Then we have a great work to do. Sabeoku, mo thinking we M1 party, no. Some arguing we are more hijack Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia as a mona. Mudidi we Kufuado about 8 years. Mwankasa kwanse muye ni papa. Most of you would have suggested that look for Webrem. Sabeya, the unity will be strong. Nobody should think that we are going to allow them to hijack the presidential candidate. Nobody should think that. It won't work today, it won't work tomorrow. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, I am a Desewa Kinology, sir. You are going to take steps to reconcile the party and proper reconciliation. We need to break the monopoly of the old cycle. And some of them should allow others to come in and help. The people must feel a part of it. Bring people who disagree with you, not just as a decoration, but not just for the unity photos, but for real job, giving genuine power to them. So Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, greatly, with respect, we need to rebuild the trust of the base. And rebuilding the trust of the base will mean that you need to invite people that you are uncomfortable with to the table. And yes, I need a call by some year who thinking he said, and a fire he could see Enya Juma. Ye winnie, catch your pain. Say, nice attitude of obi nye free into ye winnie, ye dada ye home. Maybe your production no ana me huno video we, and it gave me a great deal of joy. Yenti.
Everybody together, because my attitude to insults is that they are either true or not true. If they are not true, then it doesn't bother me. If they are true, then it doesn't bother me. I'll keep focus on what we have to do. We have to win, and politics is about numbers, and so even if the person who is insulting you can vote for you, you're happy, so you say go on and vote, I remember one time campaigning in a village, and there was this mad guy they were trying to push away in a rally. They were pushing him away. I asked whether the guy had a vote. They said yes. I said, bring him back. Bring him back and let's get him to vote, and that sort of thing. So I think that we have to be really, with one, sure that this is only a ticket to the main event. We have to win in 28. And to win, we need to unite this party. And I really am going to really make a big effort, especially this year. This year, set up the reconciliation teams and be very personally involved, and try to, break. I don't know if you're in Sheila, they left. I mean, when I got personally involved in the matter, ultimately we were able to solve it. It was a major problem, and we divided the constituency, and we lost the seat because of that. I mean, it was a seat we gave away because we couldn't unite the two parties. But thankfully, through this primary process, we've been able to unite two parties, and we have to continue that process across every constituency. Because the effort spent there, it will be less expensive than if we were trying to campaign in 2028, spending money and all that. A useless exercise. If the people are not united, they will not come out and vote, no matter how much money they put out there. So I'm going to spend a good part of this trying to to help bring this party together across the constituency so that we can do that.
I am happy you've said this. Thank you very much. And I know, sir, we'll be taking steps to do that. Baby, I am there. Can say I will be personally involved. I am the pa. So can say I will be personally, because human nature, will interest. That's why they've surrounded you, and you must be able to break that monopoly. And already ever catch it up. And I've seen that some sycophants are writing and say, Anna, who works with saboteurs, who works with it, who works with that. Any great leader, Bia is the one who is even able to work with people who do not agree with him. If you are not a great leader, that's when you are afraid of people like that. Any great leader in the world are people that you keep your enemies much more closer. Unless they win leadership, you have very little idea about what leadership is. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, thank you very much for listening. And some of us will be here to help you. Sir, ubetimi aye adwuma na wo se obeye no. Before see call next topic so no. I'll be addressing Captain Ansmart and in same huno ne nkwasi asem. But let's listen to this.
Yeah. Otisuru osolo si okoko board. And so they discussion. Koko board pay for mo tisuru no munum milo se mwa. Omunum koya fasa ta koko. Omunum asia. Otisuru osolo si okoko board. And so they discussion. Koko board pay for mo tisuru no munum milo se mwa. Omunum koya fasa ta koko. Omunum koya fasa ta koko. Adrom po mumlebi. We are Maba numilo sa mwa. Yenjimi yo. Yenjimi. Yenjimi. Mama milo bwa de. Mama milo bwa de. Nkofosu ko tomula. Because omusu numilo sa mwanti. Okwale fa isidia. Onka wonhwe on try to so no atore sa. Mwa.
Public announcement is a Cocoa board. Entimi ntua kokwa akuafo ka e ka kire am se scam aban ne be ka so de yi ko 6,000 fa waboa wontimi ntua om ka e drone so de be ma akuafo na wonya bi ma wo eti ene akuafo no abuafu papa be ko ka dollar ho sense mudidi matem de enti akoko board entimi ntua akuafo ka ne nyina ne se dollar ne ho nsensem no wo musika wo munyaaye from eye so wo koton koko syndicated de ben no e baaye no dollar no ameki sure so wo ntimi ntua akuafo ka so akuafo no boafu enti akuafo no
sia otisuru wo osolo si okoko board and so they discussion koko board pay for mo tisuru no munum milo se mwa. Omunum koya fasa ta koko. Adrom po mumlebi. We are Maba numilo sa mwa. Yenjimi yo. Yenjimi. Mama milo bwa de. Mama milo bwa de. Nkofosu ko tomula. Because omusu numilo se mwanti. Okwale fa isidia. Onka wonhwe on try to so no atore sa. Mwa.
Eti kokwa akuafo yentimi ntua omuka yenko na yenka ho asem kokwa akuafo yentimi ntua omuka. Now well just smart yenti
MPP before I don't get the Okatakyie Afrifa to America because of being in Alabama Kevin Taylor. I wouldn't. Wouldn't be the MPP before I don't get the Okatakyie to America because of being in Alabama. Kevin Taylor. I wouldn't. Unim. Eti Kevin to America. There's a bakoso koka Kevin. Na say you know my year. Say ni you my. Let's say Kevin Taylor to America. Ena otuja ni ba Ghana. Inti say MPP for so nye obi kwata na America. Na otuja Ghana so ba Ghana. But we are day. Money show present a Ghana over to me. We are the photocopy. I got to Kevin Taylor. Original copy. Kevin, your original copy. We are the photocopy original court. We have original certificate.
Okay, so Proverbs 26, verse 5. Wasi bua okwasia ewo na jimisemu. Enyasa wobeye nyanseni ewo ono anani so. Eno nti na mebua okwasia na ordinarily maybe akamedru no kami muwa ojimifo ewo na jimisem ho. Efise se wa muwa no a wan hwe ya no wa ye nyanseni wo ono anani so. Well, just mad, mami no ni nkomo bi. Edubabina me pesa me no be back and forth because I reminded myself of the kind of respect I had for you when I first met you. Time na wote eye Kingsby, Jarlink area hono. Ono ye no Germany na wajana no. I used to call you Offa because I mean of course coming from Kumasi blah blah blah. But over time when I got closer and I realized that Aturo is the basis of your media, I began to lose respect for you. Eti edu ebina na enya asem ne yenka. You're smart. Actually, you are not smart. That is why Papa is what this smart too. This is be deceiving Crawford. Because obi are smart biane, he doesn't need to portray so you're smart before we know you're smart. So the fact that Papa thought that there must be smart added to your name, it clearly demonstrates how unsmart you are. But I'll forgive you and speak to your brain. I hope that you're walking obefa. And I know that service have been previous. So nye bibia na meka obetimi ate ase. If so onyansafo pe and etinyansafo ase. Now, so you're smart. The winning wo we are seeing na say emma with relevance as a person. And it the four corners of a media studio. My relevance in this world transcends that. Media for me was not the destination. It was a stepping stone to get to my destination. If all the relevance you know in this world is dependent on Facebook, just for Facebook likes and applause, my relevance in this world transcends that. But say we are seeing the world you know revolves around Obetina morning shows. Why a concert near day? I am the best morning show. Nobody can and fire. It's true. But I did not come into this world to become a best morning show concert party. That wasn't what I came into this world for. Because you cannot imagine anything higher than you being a comedian every morning. You cannot imagine anything higher than you coming to sit there and insult people every morning. You cannot imagine anything higher than the theatrics and the comedies you do. And the fact that you get people to listen to you, you think so unyansa. Oyo. Orefi said Bobo Kalane ayi enkomodani ade in the 90s and early 2000s. So the fact that you does that mean that they were making any impact in our society? Oh, yes, Matt. My purpose in this life transcends comedy, concert. My mission transcends gossip, theatrics, and kwasiasam keka in the mornings. It goes beyond that. It is why I was sent here to join a comedy troupe, which you and that concert guy is part of. You are in no way in purview of the things I seek to do. Kwajo? Bebe we are no yeni mo broni ba ye wo no bomfa chiase o. Na yatete ni bomfa me kwafuom. Anam tuto mu anam ba bedru baabi a me ametimi tua me school fees. Eko Gimpa, eko ye public administration for first degree. Me wie ma na nso wa na no concert masters akonya wo UPSC. And no si yanto nyomom frɛw. Anka obi anka menya public administration degree in public administration. Acquire masters in international relations and diplomacy because it is enough credentials to be able to take me anywhere I want to go in this world. But I proceeded to pursue another LLB, which is a degree, undergrad degree. And then maybe a master's in law, a year, University of Connecticut. So for you to sit down and think that I was brought here to join the concert troupe, it shows the level of your intelligence. Also, we are original. Of course, we are original. But you are original in comedy. You are original in abusing women. You are original in making noise every morning with concert. But that is not my path. My path. That destiny of waking up every morning to come and do concerts, said the washi we know. My destiny. And I'm ho baby. My ceiling in this world is not that ceiling. Concert no. Also, I want to be able to contribute immensely to the discourse development of our nation. I am on a journey which is built by conviction, discipline, and purpose. If you don't know, those who know me much more closer will understand and know where I am going, from where I am coming from. Radio ni TV ase na me kwa Afrifa na me wo bomfa kurase. The mere fact that you even think you must compare yourself with me, it shows how deranged you are. It shows how wadwene se nya dwuma osadie ye o mentiase. Enti MPP for ba America just to come and compete with. Na mete Ghana na internet no wodi ye adwuma enye yi ana de ba ya mentiase. Meba America, how many shows in my year? Because me Soriano Pa, there was civil procedure to read. Me Soriano Pa, there was legal research in the home about I had this year. Time crying show. So if that the purpose of me being brought here was to come and compete with some nonsense and a fool. How many shows in my year? Maybe I think this is the 6th show. You know why? Because I move with clarity. I am very intentional with what I do. I move with a sense of calling that the propaganda no awoye no. It cannot stop it. It cannot dilute it. It cannot derail me. So we need more. No amount of your nonsense. Or starting about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, in his attempt, so obeti media come here shani. The more he continues to do that nonsense, the more bigger I become. Because you have no idea. I am not in your arena. So when you say muhunu now sorry no panawo ya. You think media is all about telling lies without proof, without noise, blah 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 blah. I'm not in that arena. I am not in competition with you. I am not in that mad. I am not in that afro now with them unokoyo. Nipa ben na adwene ye adwuma wo wiase pa wotie okojo smart. Adwene se wo kanya asasem. Nipa sodium carbon oxide ne ho you can't even say it. And you think you compare yourself with how will you compare yourself to me, Kojo? If it is about being a morning show host, stand in the mirror, look at yourself and look at me. Edian now mini enti better than me. Is it intellectual firepower? No, cancelled. I have it much more than you do. Is it voice? Of course, I have one of the most sexiest voice ever in the world. Is it about personality? Looks koyo. Me won fetch 1 million times. Na twi kasa no awo kan ye kasa me ko Afrifa ye de wo me. My brain has actually carried twi kasa no millions of years because I inherited it from my generations, millions before me. So I don't have any thought gap when I'm speaking twi. And today nebema wo ko just smart. Why do you say you are much more better than I am? And for that matter, I want to be like you. Are you normal? I think at the same time you need to evaluate yourself. You have a false sense of importance because you're able to do concert. I sit here not because I want to be like Ojosman, not because I want to be like a fool who continues to abuse women. Never, 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 never. If all there is to life for me is to become like Ojosman, Gojo, Apu. You're useless. Now listen to me. Fabrications, performance, they be inviting me to nonsense, It will not stop me from doing what I want to do or achieving what I want to achieve. I'll continue to walk my path with dignity. I'll continue to speak my truth with purpose. I'll continue to rise with conviction. The other way we're going to say no crown had best stop him. That is what I will end up using to use it to step to the next level. Enti unya unsem hunu no onkwasi asemu a. But smart, leave my name out of your mouth. Nami bu pa. Edobedru be mehu se wadwene no emu oha. When we get close to you, the substance within that brain is nothing to write home about. So leave my name out of your mouth. At no point do I envisage to be any one of you. If I ever even dreamt of becoming Kojo smart in my world, the gods should punish me. Apu. Betena we are here. Bra ma brebe mi we are say mada on completed building mu mada kiosum maya nioma bibiri na de me ba we are say me ba be ye ne say me pese me yes Captain Smart. What degree of insult is that? No, you've insulted me to the highest degree. The fact that you stand in a mirror and you think what I want to be is you, you've insulted me. The brain had them. Why did you not tell me? Or you think about Bubema or Shane in kitchen? I mean, that is the kind of life I want to live. By the way, I came here for a purpose. By May, I will be done. When I'm done, I will wake up into me. With the next available flight, I am on my way to the country. Ghana is where I know. Ghana is where I belong. And Ghana is where I will die. Obiam famema metra bebia. What trono dos ne dia Jimmy? What Jimmy kakra? Eye. Koyo. So what Jimmy kakra? We a penny, yeah. Why? Besia, we did Okatakyie Afrifa Mensah. Yami trade yampon and shira munina. When you hear some of these noise and concert, monfan tunche. Why? Because just my terms what to no pay attention. No invite me in. I don't have this time. I am too. And when I came in, I have sat down, I've done a lot of assessments, self-assessment. I've had conversations upon conversations with myself, and I've come to a certain realization in life. Eti Kojo smart on comedy on kura. Pati. Jai Jimmy na penny. Mumma bye.